Hey guys, Crumtail here. Welcome to another Warframe level tours video. This is going to be a bit of a different one because I may have to record this a bunch of times. I am not sure, so I'm going to try to do things correctly the first time. Alright, I forgot to mention that one of the rescue missions that is also quite difficult, well for me because I'm still trying to pick through it, is the one on Eris. It's on Brugia. What happens basically is there are little nodes that you kind of get with a hive mission that are the little cake looking things with the yellow center that are on jamming up the cell block area that are connected to gas that they're going to
One of our
hurt
operatives has been trapped by the
people with.
infestation.
Anyway.
We must rescue them.
Alright, so, and there will be some lasers and so on and so forth as well. And I'm still trying to figure if there's a way to get around it without messing things up too badly, and I still haven't found it, but
Let's go.
maybe I'll luck into it, who knows. Sometimes things happen. This is weird. That looks like this looks like a pet carrier, doesn't it? These things, it looks like a really huge pet carrier for a massive pet. I don't know. Anyway.
Our operative was able to survive by hiding in an airlock.
So
Unfortunately,
basically,
they've now become trapped by the infestation's growths. A juggernaut nearby, it will only
Lotus
tackle
says,
sense
basically,
high
I think in other
concentrations of
levels,
infested
that
blood.
the only
Slow the
human
fight if
here
you want it to go away.
is the operative. It's like, whoa. But everybody else left. Oh man, it sounds terrible. Alright, so it's not the same, like, we don't need to hack anything with this. You just need to be careful. If I can get out of here. Like I said, I may have to do this a couple of times, and that's fine. Alright, so it doesn't have a hacky thing like this. It has a little side room. And we've got to not touch the lasers at all with anything.
In immediate peril. The bypass is done. Go.
Alright,
I am no longer detecting signs of a juggernaut.
here we go.
Move on. You are safe.
Alright, then we just should be to the point where
You set off
Oh,
the laser.
I did set off the
infestation is
laser, okay.
responding by gassing our operative. Get
I
them out of
think
there
the
immediately.
I thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you.
clone can also
You
set off,
located the
if you're
operative.
Wukong,
Make sure they get to
the,
extraction alive.
the thing too, as I recall. It seems weird, because usually it's not that way. Alright, as I stumble about. Pardon me, Mac. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do this again. This is okay. Just like get it to where the rescue target follows you, and you don't have to worry about reviving them usually, because they can teleport. So yeah. And I gave him my weapon because they can only use secondaries like sidearms. They can't use anything else, and they're pretty good with them too, I must admit. Alright, we're gonna try this again. And this time I'm gonna try not to bump into any of the lasers to trip the little mushroom thing on the front of the cell block there. So yeah, because otherwise you have to rush, and like it's not as cool as the other parts. Because this, like with this, the infestation don't have a warden guarding anything. They just have that gassy mushroom thing. So we can run through here, kind of mosey on along through this direction. There we go. And open this up. And we go down here, and then we open the smaller thing up over to the side here.
That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death of infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up the fight to draw it out. Our operative was able to survive by
I'm gonna
hiding
do this
in an
again.
airlock. Unfortunately,
Alright, I think 2
they've now
times would
become
be
trapped
enough.
by the infestation's growths. Beware, those lasers are linked to the poison tumor nodes growing on the airlocks. Contact with the
Oh,
lasers.
I
will put
tripped
our
it again.
operative
What
in
is up with
immediate
this?
peril. Bypass complete. You may proceed.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Also,
You set off a laser.
The,
The infestation is responding by gassing our operative.
it
Get them out
drains
of there immediately.
energy and when you touch any of that stuff.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's go.
Yes, you're in my debt. Let's get out of here, shall we?
Located the operative. Make sure they get to extraction alive. The
I'm
Juggernaut has moved on.
gonna do this
Safe to proceed.
one more time, just to see one way if I can pick myself through this prison area. This is unfamiliar to me. I'm familiar with almost all the other ones, like but this one, because I didn't do it very often at all. Oh right, this is. Oh. Because I avoided doing it, so I thought, well, I know I didn't make anything about this because I didn't do it. So I figured it would be high time to do something about it. So yeah. It's like, it doesn't seem like you can touch any part of the lasers or anything like that. I mean, like usual, that's par for the course with this, but it seems like not even the clone or anything else can touch that stuff. And usually that's pretty safe. Alright, I'm gonna do this one more time. And other than that, it'll be fine after that. I don't want to do this, 50 times just to figure out how to do it. Because I just want to be able to try to get this on where I'd be able to do that once. To do it properly once. This is how it looks when you try. I'm trying to get it how it's supposed to look. I'll get a longer range weapon too here. Leaving the sortie because the weekly reset, as of this time of recording, is going to be in several hours, so I want to make sure, even though this current week's night wave was about completing the sortie, I was hoping they wouldn't hit us again with that right away, but in case they do, it's fine.
Operative in an emergency airlock. Find and free the captive.
Also, to be fair, the way I have it modded, the compressor doesn't do much damage. I was just hoping some of the AoE explosion-y stuff would aid in me trying to get things set up to do that.
That was a juggernaut. They were lured
Getting
out by
turned
the
around.
depth of infested. Lay low and it should go away or amp up the fight to draw it out. Our operative was able to survive by hiding in an airlock.
Hiding in an airlock.
They've now become trapped by the infestation's
Unfortunately,
growth.
they were hiding in an airlock, the Lotus basically says, and unfortunately all the other humans left the place. Now they're stuck with a bunch of mutated animals. Who had the presence of mind to use some kind of fungus to lock them in? It really is unnerving if you think about it. This is why I'm not thinking about it.
Those lasers are linked to the poison tumor nodes growing on the airlocks. Contact with the lasers will put our operative in immediate peril. Bypass complete. You may proceed. The Juggernaut has moved on. It's safe to proceed.
Oh, come on, dude!
The infestation is
Oh, I think I
responding
know
by
what's
gassing
happening.
our operative. Get them out of there.
Because the clone goes to attack stuff. It passes through the airlock stuff, which causes it peril. Whoops.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's
Yes,
go
take
home.
this weapon and let's move. We've got to
You
boogie out of
located the
here.
operative. Make sure they get to extraction alive.
with my luck, I'll have it to where I'll end the recording here. I'll end this clip. I'll say it's okay, we don't have to do this anymore. And then once the clip is over, I will have done it perfectly once, but I wouldn't have gotten it recorded. Let's see if we can... trying to think. We can get it without touching the lasers. If I had it to where I didn't use the clone at all, I just kept it as me, and then the clone wouldn't move into anything. They wouldn't break the laser plane once I'm on the other side. We may be okay with that. It's frustrating, a little bit torn. Alright, I think I'll change my mind in this. I want to do it one more time just to see if it's just me, if I don't use the clone at all, if I can avoid tripping the lasers. It's the same as, I think, in the Grenier tunnels, where it looks like a vent for the appliance vents on like Ceres and whatnot. You have a laser right across the area, and if you touch it, any part of it, even if you opt out and do like a dash, it still will mess up. I think it's probably the same here. I guess we'll see. Oh, there's all this energy draining. Infested energy draining mechanic.
It is almost as if the infestation has deliberately captured our operative. This sort of behavior is highly unusual. Beware, those lasers are linked to the poison tumor nodes growing on the airlocks. Contact with the lasers will put our operative in immediate peril. Bypass complete. You may proceed.
I will not forget this, Tenno.
Alright, just take this.
You located
Just
the
take
operative.
my sidearm and
Make sure
let's
they
move.
get to extraction alive.
Okay, so apparently
Heavy infestation.
having the clone, unless I did something totally in error, from some other reason, having the clone on this mission to help use a no-no. Because they can get bumped back, I guess, unless I triggered the laser by accident, didn't know it. I mean, that's always a possibility. Okay, so it wasn't as... that wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be. So that's how to do it properly. Because like you can't touch those lasers with anything, and I don't know if there's a way to get through to them, to get on the other side to break those tumors. Like, because usually, like in the Corpus and Grenier vaults, there's some mechanism sometimes to shut the lasers off, but I don't think there's any way to do that here. This, of course, makes it that much more complicated. Well, that's how it's supposed to look if you do it without triggering any of the alarms on the way in. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and ring the notification bell and so on to tell YouTube you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this. Keep on going with your gaming journey and your life journey too, and we will catch you all in the next one. See ya!